The world of Spirit Island is roughly similar to our own world's past. Details differ, but the overall trends of society and technology across the globe are broadly the same. Europe is no exception. Its politics have taken a different turn, but the customs and attitudes of its people are similar to our own history. There is some belief in the supernatural. Religion speaks of good and evil powers. There are folk customs and superstitions, but nowhere in Europe or other large empires of humanity is there a place where stones will speak to you or trees draw up their roots and rove across the land. It is no wonder the invaders failed to understand Spirit Island when they arrive. The island has existed far longer than humans have lived there. But despite the continued existence of first-hand witnesses, assembling a coherent history is virtually impossible. Even amongst the most trustworthy spirits, tales of the past are rife with contradictions, all maintained to be true. Did Voice of the Deepest Gorge sacrifice itself or descend to some greater destiny? Or remain unchanged as an oracle of sorts? All three apparently. Estimations of time and ordering are similarly hazy. The spirits of the island are many and diverse. Thorning wisps of breeze, strange half-seen shadows across still water, the sunbeam which forms perfect patterns even through tangled deadwood. Most do not fight the invaders. The smaller spirits are too weak, the greater ones too slow or too strong, they destroy the island. Some, like Watcher X Not, are restrained by their own nature, and others can't be bothered. Not every grove or gully has a spirit, but there are certainly more spirits than Dahan. The Dahan were the first humans on Spirit Island. They immigrated centuries ago in a time where oceans hungry grasp proud nearby waters less frequently. Their lore spoke of spirits, and they expected their new home would have some, but they were greatly surprised by the spirits' numbers, vitality, and intensity of manifestation. Some mistook the greater spirits for gods. The Dahan's agriculture and animals brought blight to the land and conflict with the spirits, triggering the first reckoning. The Dahan capitulated quickly, and an accord was reached. The spirits would transform crops and animals to be more compatible with their ecosystem. The Dahan would change their methods of farming and seek counsel from the friendlier spirits. The two became neighbors, though unequal. The Dahan were reliant and obligated to the spirits. Many generations later came the second reckoning, when the Dahan discovered their advisors and protectors had not been entirely candid with them, and the power balance between the Dahan and the spirits evened out. But that is another story. Suffice it to say that the Dahan no longer view the spirits as gods. The invaders found Spirit Island a decade ago. Early coastal contact with the Dahan was fairly peaceful. The Dahan saw these new seafarers as analogues of those who travel and offered them appropriate hospitality. The invaders saw a fertile, sparsely populated island and brought word home of a land ripe for the taking. The first colony ships arrived 5 years later, bringing both settlers and an onslaught of foreign diseases which tore through the Dahan. Spirit assistance helped many Dahan survive, but even so, they are just regaining their footing, mourning their dead, and discovering that these scourges were not the act of angry spirits. They are divided on what to do. Some see the invaders as a menace to drive away, while others think of them as their own neighbors or are fascinated with their new lifestyle, tools, and beliefs. The larger spirits of the island live and act on much longer timescales than humans. The most common reaction to the invaders' arrival was, "Oh great, more humans, here we go again," tempered with some optimism that the spirit seekers of the Dahan could act as intermediaries to avoid another confrontation. But the invaders refused to listen and spread impossibly quickly, with more and more colony ships arriving each year. In the blink of an eye, there were nearly as many invaders as Dahan, methodically reshaping the land, destroying spirit and Dahan alike in their heedless, swarming expansion. You are the spirits. Can you save your island?